When I say that scientists don't believe in circles, I'm referring to perfect circles, eternal and necessary circles, Platonist circles, the forms of circles. You may not realize it, but reality itself is determined by whether or not real circles exist. According to scientists, a human invented circles a few thousand years ago. A human invented the number pi and indeed all numbers. This is what it means to assert, as science does, that mathematics is invented and not discovered. If a Platonist domain of forms exists, a perfect, eternal, and necessary immaterial domain outside space and time, this means that all scientific descriptions of fundamental reality are false, i.e., Plato's system falsifies scientific materialism. If Plato is right, science cannot be. Science is a system based on percepts. Platonism is based on concepts. So, what is true reality? 1. Perceptual reality for sensing types, empiricism. Or 2. Conceptual reality for thinking types, rationalism. What do you yourself believe about circles? Are circles eternal and necessary, or are they a temporal and contingent invention of humans? Let's be absolutely clear about what's at stake, so that you can make a rational and logical informed judgment. If perfect circles are real, where are they? There is clearly no such thing as a perfect circle in the imperfect space-time universe of matter, the universe believed in by sensing types. You cannot perceive a perfect circle, but you can certainly conceive it. Plato's idea was that when we engage in conceptual activity, we are accessing an immaterial domain of forms outside space and time. The perfect circle would thus be a Platonic form, and every time we drew a circle or imagined a circle, we would be tuning into this perfect circle, which exists entirely independently of us. We could fancifully talk about perceiving perfect forms in Plato's perfect domain. In fact, we are seeing them in the mind's eye. We are actually conceiving them and then perceiving what we have conceived. There is no sensory, material circle to perceive, no perfect circle in the material universe. If Plato's perfect domain of forms exists, then there is something other than science's space-time universe of matter, which is completely inaccessible to science because it is not observable or measurable. It is a conceptual domain, not perceptual. You access it via reason and logic, not your senses, because it is where all perfect rational and logical concepts reside. Plato imagined all sorts of forms in his conceptual domain outside space-time. He imagined the likes of the form of beauty, the form of justice, the form of the good. We can dispense with all of those. What actually exists in Plato's perfect domain is mathematics. Ontological mathematics is the set of all concrete, real mathematical concepts that exist prior to science in an immaterial singularity outside space and time. This Platonist singularity contains all eternal and necessary things, and, to that extent, is God. God precedes and causes the universe, using the perfect mathematics, of which God is itself constituted. God makes the universe from itself using the mathematical concepts and laws ontologically encoded in it. So, it's time for you to answer. Is existence eternal and necessary? If not, where does existence come from, and how is it generated? Are all the laws of existence eternal and necessary? If not, do they summon themselves into existence out of nothing in order to direct the Big Bang? Don't you find that improbable? If the laws of physics exist before the Big Bang, hence before space, time, and matter, in order to direct the Big Bang, where did these laws exist? The only possible location would be Plato's singularity of forms. A simple shorthand for all of this is the question, did circles exist before humans, or do circles depend on humans? Only a lunatic would claim that circles cannot exist without humans, yet this is the exact claim 100% of scientists make, because 100% of them deny that Plato's domain of perfect forms exists. What say you? Do circles need you? Can pi not exist without you? Wow, What power you have to conjure pie into existence. You don't even know what it is.